Hey there, friends and enemies, JoPaWrites here once again, and today I have a brand new Battlefield 2042 video for you. We are getting ready for the Hazard Zone trailer premiere, and I am super excited because this is a mode that can't wait to play. I can't wait to dive in. Battlefield is a game that I'm relatively new to, but with Portal, with Hazard Zone, those are two modes that I think it can keep my interest for a long time, and they provide something different so we can have all-out warfare. We can have these other modes that give a little bit of something for everybody, and you can mix it up, because I think the problem with a lot of games is as they drop, you just don't have a lot of variety, and one of the reasons I love games like Destiny is you can do PvE, PvP, endgame, all that kind of stuff, and these different modes for Battlefield will provide those kind of different options that I'm super excited for. Anyway, if you enjoy the video, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll talk about it afterwards, but I can't wait. We're going to enjoy the trailer, so here we go. Retrieve the data drives. Oh, a little collat. Let's go. Finisher. Nice. Okay. Every squad for themselves. Still vehicles and stuff. Drop in. Maps look good. Secure the drives. Survive and extract. Pre-order for early access. Okay. That was a good trailer. I dig it. I dig it. Okay, let's talk about what we think Hazard Zone is, the rumors, the information that we've seen, and then judging by the trailer, what has mostly been confirmed. So it sounds like it's more Tarkov than traditional BR, where the objective matters and escaping matters more than high kill games. So from what I've been reading, it sounds like there's going to be 2 extractions per game. And what you need to do is jump in with your team of 4. You can get kills, obviously take out enemy squads, take their loot. And then you can get the data drive and then extract with it with your team. And you're probably either going to get no loot if you don't extract, or very little. Maybe you have an insurance thing similar to Tarkov, but the overall thing that we're going to see, I believe, is that it's going to be more strategic. There's only going to be one specialist type per team. So, for example, you can't run 4 of the same specialists. You can only have 1 on each squad, which is good in my opinion. So there's going to be a lot of gameplay diversity there. It might lead to some people going back and forth on which specialists they want to run. But for me personally, I'm excited about this for multiple reasons. One, we're seeing some variation on the traditional Battle Royale formula. We're seeing combinations of modes that have been successful, like Escape from Tarkov, like traditional Battle Royales, and using them to advance the gameplay, hopefully in ways that are a lot of fun and engaging. Because what's missing from traditional PvP games, a lot of times, in this era is the sense of stress of the game coming down to the wire, of having an objective where it's win or you're out of the lobby and then you've got to start over. That's what happens in BRs. There's that added factor of like, okay, it's us and the team. We know if we wipe, we go back to the lobby. Whereas in the all-out warfare, you can die, come back, die, come back. It's a longer game, but there's not the same kind of stakes unless it's really close at the end. And a lot of times that just doesn't happen. If it's a lopsided victory, it's a lopsided victory. Whereas if it's lopsided in a BR, that means you're fragging out, and that means you're able to still have, you're still going to have to clutch up the win in the end. And that's what something like Hazard Zone, I think, will provide, especially for folks who want to play it long term and have variation with their game. They like the feel of Battlefront. They like to drop in and just have all-out warfare shenanigans and have a good time with that. But maybe they want something more high stakes, something that's going to keep them invested and keep the stress up a little bit, so that way they really have to focus a bit more than they might in traditional Battlefield. Then same thing with the Portal game mode. That's going to be something that's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of shenanigans. You can do a lot of different modes. Not as much stress, not as much competition, not as much of the Hazard Zone focus that you're going to need compared to this other mode that I think is going to provide a lot of replayability if the reward structure is worth it. If I load into Hazard Zone and I know that winning means I get huge rewards, huge benefits, huge bonuses, whatever the case may be, then it's worth it. Tarkov, I know the big thing about that game is that if you come out of a successful raid or activity with a bunch of loot, it feels like it was so incredibly worth it. Whereas other modes, like sometimes in BRs, it's like you load in, you win a match, there's no rank system, there's no reason to keep grinding after you've gotten a few wins sometimes. So that combination of high stress and having those different reward structures, that's what we're gonna have to wait and see. Hopefully it works out really well, that it's worth it, that everyone wants to jump in and play Hazard Zone a lot, because otherwise a game mode like this will be fully reliant on having enough people to consistently play the game, and that's something that we've seen other BRs struggle with. I played Spellbreak, I've played other battle royales that just haven't had the playlist population to sustain it, and that's when the game will die off quickly. Because in Hazard Zone, if you only have the top level players, the sweat players, players who play the game all the time and that's all they play, that's where it becomes really, really difficult for new players, for players who just want to hop in and have some fun, those players to continuously play. So there's got to be a balance there. I think it's a hard line, a harder line than a lot of gamers give these companies credit for. But I'm excited. I think this is a mode that could have a lot of success, and I cannot wait. I know I'm going to be diving in day one. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you excited about Hazard Zone? Will you be picking it up right from the jump, or are you more into the traditional Battlefield experience? Anyway, my name is JoPaWrites. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all later.